guys, it's me Nesha, and I'm coming to you with another Sickle Cell vlog. Okay guys, so in this video, this Sickle Cell vlog, I want to talk to you guys about something that's really big in the Sickle Cell community. And that is being a drug seeker. This is something that where basically if you don't have Sickle Cell and you don't know what that is, I'm going to give you a short description of what it is. So a drug seeker is someone who goes to the emergency room and act like they're in pain so that they can get medication to get a high, basically. Basically, that person is addicted to the drug, so they're seeking drugs. It means exactly what the name is, a drug seeker. So I want to talk about that. And as you can see from the title, I want to talk about and talk to those people who are not drug seekers. I want to tell them how to not sound like a drug seeker, because as a sickle cell warrior, we're very particular about our care and what medicine we get, when they give it to us, how they give it to us, and I definitely understand that. But sometimes when we say things a certain way, or we say things too much, I can see how it comes off like sounding like a drug seeker. And I know some sickle cell warriors are probably hitting that red X like, nope. But I'm just saying, I'm not saying that it's right for them to call us that, or I'm not saying that it's right for them to talk about us like that. Even if a person is a drug seeker, I don't think it's right to mistreat them. I'm just saying, I'm looking at it from the other side and seeing how do they think that, or why do they think that, or what can make them think that, and what is it that us warriors who are not drug seekers, who are trying to get help with our pain crisis, what can we do to not sound like that? So that's what this video is going to be about. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get started. Okay, so let's chat about this drug seeker situation. So first of all, let me say, I myself have never been called a drug seeker. Well, to my face, that is. I'm not sure if a doctor or a nurse has called me that behind my back, but I've had people tell me, other sickle cell warriors tell me, that doctors or nurses have basically said these things to their face. So I've never had anyone say that to my face. I've never been accused of it, like under the cover or anything. And some people probably feel like, how can I talk about this if I haven't been accused of it? Well, I'm talking about it because I want to share my opinion. That's how. So, first of all, I think nurses and doctors, their job is to take care of us. And I think that I understand why they have a guard up, because they don't want to give out. I have friends that are nurses, and I know people that are doctors, or I have associates that are in school to be a doctor. So, you know, I talk to them, or cool doctors, I ask them questions, or cool nurses, I ask them questions so I can kind of feel why they feel how they do. But they don't want to give medicine to someone who doesn't need that medicine, because they don't want anybody to get addicted. They don't want to help someone who's addicted in that type of way. And they don't want to get in trouble themselves for passing out medicine that they shouldn't pass out. So, and I mean, that's the obvious. But I think that, like I said before, sickle cell patients, we have dealt with this disease our whole lives. So we know what works and what doesn't work. And we know when, how, what, we know all of it for ourselves. And I feel like sometimes nurses and doctors, they kind of get a little offended by that. Like we're trying to tell them how to do their job. And in a way, we are. We're telling them like, hey, I know ABC works for me, so do ABC. And we feel like we're helping them. Like, hey, I'm making your job easier by telling you this. In our head, that's what we think we're doing. We're trying to make sure that we get the best treatment. But when we say that, if you go in the emergency room and you're like, I'm in a sickle cell crisis, my pain level is a 7. You need to give me 2 milligrams of Dilaudid, 25 milligrams of Benadryl, and 4 milligrams of Zofran. When you just start spitting out stuff like that, it's like, dang. Like, I can definitely see how they're like, this person sounds like they need this. Or when people are like, for example, I went to the ER a couple weeks ago. You guys seen the video. And they gave me morphine. And I normally get Dilaudid. And I didn't freak out. Yes, I was in pain. And I understand when we go to the emergency room, it's because we're in excruciating pain. And we want that pain to end right now. I get that. I've been there. I have the disease. I know where you're coming from. But at the same time, I think we should try to let them, this is what I say, let them think they know what they're doing, or let them try first before you start spitting out stuff. Like, you need to give me this. You need to give, I only take Dilaudid. Dilaudid is the only thing that works for me. Like, I need some Dilaudid right now. I was supposed to have it this many minutes ago. That sounds kind of fishy. And I understand you're saying it like that because the pain is killing you. But from a nurse or a doctor, it's like, why does this person keep mentioning Dilaudid? Like, she's mentioned Dilaudid like 3 times already. So when I went to the ER and they said, hey, we're going to give you some morphine, I thought to myself, like, I normally don't get morphine. I told my mom, I said, normally I don't get morphine. I normally get Dilaudid. But I said, you know what? Let's see if it works. And then later on, I think I did tell the nurse, normally I get Dilaudid, but I want to see if the morphine works. I'm willing to, if it'll help me with my pain, I'm willing to try it. And she's like, all right, if it doesn't help you, then let me know and we'll talk to the doctor. I didn't say, hey, hold up, don't give me that morphine. Like, I need Dilaudid. Dilaudid is the only thing that works for me. Like, I didn't do that. I let them give me the morphine, and guess what? It worked. And the doctor came in an hour, and she was like, hey, do you need any more medication? I told, are you still in pain? I said, yeah, I am. All right, and she gave me some more medication. Or if it didn't work, I'm not saying to sit there for hours and hours and seeing if, let them play games with you. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm not saying like, oh, wait 6 hours. Let them play games. No. But don't just this. Like, don't just go throwing all this stuff at them. Like, let them. I know it's hard because they're taking care of you, but let them try, at least try to do their job. If they ask you, what do you normally take, which they do, then tell them, hey, I normally take this. If you're allergic to something, then obviously tell them, don't let them try and play games with your life as far as that. Don't let them do that. But I honestly just feel like, I try to think in my head, like, why do nurses feel like this? Why do they think about that? And the reason I think about that, because I just try to put myself in other people's shoes to say, like, you know what, if I was a nurse, how would I feel about this patient coming in and telling me, you need to do A, B, C, D, blah, 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 blah. How would I feel about that? So I try to do that so that I can basically treat someone, I want to treat them how I want to be treated if I was in their position. So I'm like, you know what, let me not get all crazy and, start spitting out milligrams at them and stuff like that. Let me see what they're gonna do. So that, I mean, this video isn't super long, hopefully, but I just want to say, like, my whole thing is, we have to make sure that we're not making ourselves sound bad or look bad. We have to make sure that we control how we act and what we do and what we say. And even though we've ran into some bad nurses and doctors, let's just try to give them just a little break. We're strong. Let's put it out there. Sickle cell is a very, very hard disease, and it makes us really strong. We're stronger than a lot of people out there. And I'm not saying that like, oh, we're stronger than you. No, I'm not saying that like that. We're stronger. This disease makes us stronger. So let's just give them a little break, because I just feel like maybe if we give them a break, then maybe they would return the favor and treat us better. Maybe I have my thinking, maybe my thinking is just different than other people, but that's how I think. I'm trying to find the solution for the problem. And reporting, I'm all about reporting people that treat you bad. I'm all for that. I worked in that department before I stopped working, before my sickle cell got really bad. So I'm all about that, and I know how that works. But I'm just saying, overall, let's just, if we can just try to turn how sickle cell patients are looked at, so that they can really see us for what don't see us as drug seekers. They can see us as people that are in really bad pain that need some help. So that's all that I have for right now. And I'll be coming to you guys with some more vlogs. This video isn't extremely long. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hope I didn't piss off too many people. But I did want to share how I felt. These are my feelings and what I think. So talk to you guys later. Bye.